rock if you have, you need to dribble in front of the rock, okay? I think you can do that. Having too much fun out here. Yeah. I do there, coach. Sir?
Let's not step on me. E.
Oh, I like your bag. Okay, so can you go downstairs?
Practice will begin in 1 minute. Clear your sliders.
Yes.
Practice may begin.
Awesome. I stood up. I'm like.
1 minute remaining in practice. Practice is over.
Do we have that one?
Please deliver your draw to the button.
Because the other team hit the house on their first stone, so that we would compare their first stone.
I don't know. I never seen the other side.
Oh, the lights just flickered. That was weird.
So I would say draw not like because what I heard in my mind that went through the house would have made the house.
Just mouthed it to him. Allowed to go. No, not yet.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Vernon Curling Club. We are back here for the second time this year. This time it's the juniors' turn to take the spotlight. It's draw one of the Rick Cotter Memorial Bonspiel. I'm Jordan Kiss here with you for this draw and all other draws here this weekend. And it's women's play here in draw number one as we Team Calhoun versus Team Drexel. Team Calhoun throwing the Blue Rocks. They will throw first due to the draw of the button at the end of the pregame practice. Calhoun team from the Kamloops Curling Club, and leading us off is Team Calhoun lead Caitlin Garrett. We are live on sheet 3 here in Vernon. It's the third event on the BC Junior Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, as the first rock slides on through, and Team Drexel will throw their first here. It's Drexel lead Naomi Britz. This team currently out of Chilliwack, Abbotsford, and Coquitlam. Mentioned the third event on the BC Junior Curling Tour. The last event was last Thanksgiving weekend over in Maple Ridge. As that rock will slide to the back of the 8-foot. Now for these two teams, it's their second head-to-head meeting this season. Team Drexel came out on top this past weekend in Golden Years, defeating Team Calhoun 10-4. Fourth meeting overall between these skips. Heather Drexel has a 3-1 advantage over Maeve Calhoun. As this rock will go right on by, and early on an opportunity here for Team Drexel to split the rings. Would like to draw to the other side. Teams did have the option of practicing earlier in the day. Team Calhoun wasn't out there, but Naomi Britz was for Team Drexel. 13 teams on the women's side here this weekend. It draws a modified double knockout. This rock will slide and just hang on in the back of the 12. So sitting too early on for Team Drexel, and it'll be Team Calhoun second. Kate Hancock now with her first rock of this game. Just gonna hit the one in the back of the 8-foot. And on the out of her hand here, don't wanna have another flash. And this one will, so it's the second time Team Calhoun gets caught in that spot. Both over curling on the inside out. And for Team Drexel here, a chance to put one top the 12-foot for second 10 to short. Sweepers haven't touched this one off. They say it's heavy, so they're going to try to get it on the backing. And it'll spill both out. They're going from sitting 2 to sitting 1 on a draw. Not an ideal result, but for Team Calhoun, a sigh of relief there as it gives you a chance to hit the open one again. Kate gets ready in the hack. Sweepers haven't touched this one as this one hangs out and will hit and will come over to the yellow one, and will it still stick in? And it looks like it will. Looks like it is, but Heather's going to elect just to ignore it and play the draw. We hope for a jam from Team Calhoun. Tannis a chance to make her shot better here. And that will come up short. We'll leave a corner guard. And Team Calhoun's going to elect to play the come around. It'll be Maeve Calhoun now for Team Calhoun, the sister of Maeve the skip. Last weekend at the Golden Years Junior Spiel. Let me just pull up the stats here. Peter's taking a while to load, as that one goes right on by everything. And a chance for Team Drexel to use their corner guard, as Heather will go down. She skips this team, but throws the third stones. Everly Royer will hold the broom here and throw last. So looking just to play around the guard. Do have some backing you need to, and they're on this for line right now. It's really curling hard towards the guard. Everly will head out there to try to sweep it. Wait, was it like pretty close, probably top 12 weight. Couldn't have been enough to get shot stone. But it looks like it's still blue sitting the one at the back of the 12. Just biting in, and another chance here for Team Calhoun to find draw weight and sink one in. Both teams struggling with draws early on here. Of course, it's their first game as well. Definitely takes some time to settle into an event, especially when you're in a new venue or a curling club you don't play in too often. This one is a little heavy as Everly tries to sweep that one back, and we'll get it to the back of the 12 foot. But another chance here for Heather and her team to come around the corner guard and sit for shot rock. Team Drexel coming off a loss in the semifinals in Maple Ridge, losing to eventual winners Team Taylor. As they're on it for line right now. It's looking pretty good. If they can get it by the guard, and it will. I'm trying to keep it straight because it looks heavy here. No. Make sure it's still shot rock, and it is a nice shot from Team Drexel all around. And look at the way that curl, that's over. That's almost in the hole there between those two guards. If those two blues weren't there, you'd probably be able to remove it if you're Team Calhoun. But it is behind the tee line, so a chance to play a freeze right on top of it as Maeve heads down to throw her first rock here in one. Team Calhoun last weekend in Golden Years going 2-3. Sweepers are on this one. Looks like needs for weight. It's pretty close. Try and finish it now. And will come to rest, just biting the 8-foot. It does look like the blue rock is shot. But it is open and removable. I think if you can get to nose, you can still sit second here. I think that's the best place for it. Very difficult to kind of hit and roll into this area. You have to hit that blue one kind of thin. If you throw the right weight, it's definitely a makeable shot. But Everly Royer now, the 4th for Team Drexel. Now, I've known Everly for years, and today's actually the first time I've actually had to pronounce her last name, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. Kind of talking to her beforehand, trying to make sure I'm right. It's Royer. I might say Roya just for fun, but it is Everly Royer. The lefty. This one looks pretty nice. And will come to the nose and gets a low roll in and looks like sitting 2. Snave gets a check on it. Now I do like playing the come around everything here. If you can over bury, that'd be perfect. So maybe figuring out where to put the broom. So just play the come around here. You can get T-line back 8 foot. Anywhere is buried in this situation is a good spot. It's a very difficult raise for Team Drexel on the yellow that Everly just threw. Maeve delivers her last tier and end number 1. They can get it by the guard here. It's going to be pretty good. It is by, it is shot rock. A nice shot by Maeve, top of the 8-foot. But again, removable here for Everly. Chance to score 3 here. Got to be careful you don't jam that blue one on the yellow. Even if you just peel it out, you should score 2. Again, it's tough to tell of who shot at the top between the yellow and the blue there at the top and the back of the 12-foot. Kind of like the same weight here for Everly. She delivers her last stone here. One of the runner right away. Ruff needs to curl a little more to avoid the jam. Should have stayed on it, or did they? Nice call by Heather, but this yellow one will roll out. So it's 1 for sure. And we'll have to wait and see who got the second point in there, but it is a score one for sure for Team Drexel. We'll have the updated score in the second end right after this.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside of the Vernon Curling Club, it was a score 2 for Team Drexel in end number 1. So they'll take the early lead in this one. It's draw number 1 of the Rick Cotter Memorial Spiel here in Vernon. I'm Jordan Kiss with you. As Naomi Britz will get us underway here in end number 2. Now 8 ends of play here in Vernon. No time limit, but this event is being officiated, so if the officials do sense there is slow play, they will give the teams a warning. 5-rock rule in effect as always. 2 90-second timeouts per team. There'll also be a 4th end break as well. As that rock from Naomi slides through. Now it's a full slate of games here in Vernon. All 8 sheets in play. We'll start on the men's side over on sheet 2. It's Team Carpenter versus Team Ballard. On sheet 4, it's Team Caldwell, the home team here on the men's side, versus Team Lowry. And on sheet 6, it's, hopefully I'm saying this right, Palinuk from Alberta against Blazer. And on the women's side, over on sheet 1, it's Jensen Taylor, the winner last week in the Maple Ridge against Sophie Brissett. Over on sheet 5, it's Team Guidus versus Team Richards. Over on sheet 7, it's Team Bowles versus Team Halfley. And over on sheet 8, it's Gabby Brissett versus Team Katie Tripp. So full slate of games going on here. Draw number 1. This rock looking to come short, and it will just come into the top of the 12-foot, so making it a hittable rock here for Team Drexel. So we're now on to second stones here in end number 2. Montana short now with her first. Beverly on the right there, Naomi on the left. They will hit and they will roll in. Sitting there at the top of the 12-foot is Team Calhoun now. Kate Hancock. And now they're gonna ask the corner guard here, play the aggressive route. You know, might see some teams hit in this situation, but I like the call. Going aggressive here early on. Try for your 2. Still early enough in the end that if it doesn't go to plan, you can still bail out. As the sweepers haven't touched this one, since it's left the hand of Kata's, this one is going to slide to the back of the 8-foot back 12. So this ice may be a little faster than what these teams expect. I was supposed to be a corner guard, but it almost goes through the rings. It'll be an open hit here for Tanis. Waiting for this one to curl. Would love to stick here. And it will roll, and it will still hang on there. Now sitting 2 without the last rock. And Team Calhoun again going with a very aggressive route here with the hammer. Now it's official that they have the hammer. It's like a corner freeze here, but they'll still leave Team Drexel to sit 1, and if they do leave this staggered, you might see Team Drexel play around it. There's lots of room to get around those 2 rocks and sit there in the 4-foot. I'd be tempted to almost maybe just, you could hit it, maybe try for the long double. Even if you want to get aggressive, draw around it to the back of the 8-foot. Kind of make that run back as long as possible for Team Drexel. This one will come around it. Not what Maeve asked for, but still a very good result. You're going to force Heather here to play the run back on her own. Just hit it right on the nose. Drexel spent some time playing out in Alberta. Down the BC colors a few times here. And she throws her first, so it's now third stones and then end number 2. Now they're on it right away, trying to keep it straight. Needs to hit on the nose, and it looks like it will over curl. Will open up the blue one, but a tough decision right now for Team Calhoun. So they're going to elect to play around this yellow one here. Now you have to be very careful not to leave a double. If you end up on the tee line, you could allow Team Drexel to make the double and sit behind their own on the top of the 12. Pretty tough to draw it in this one in the rings anywheres and not leave a double. And if you wanted to, you could play the high guard. You can play the back one to the back of the 12-foot, maybe set yourself up for later on in the end. And the weight's there. That's all over their blue one right now. We're going to make the double a little easier. And they will sit 2, but it's a straightforward nose-hit double here for Heather. You hit the nose, both goes, you're sitting 3. Trying to make this one curl. He's got one right now, and that's all they'll get, but they will roll to the wing. There's one lonely Blue Rock right there, and Team Calhoun's going to try to do the same shot they wanted to in the last. That's come in here to the behind the yellow. That's top of the 12-foot. Top forward is perfect. Top 8 if you can. This one's looking pretty close here. You can set top 8. That's a good spot as well. It'll just come up to the top of 12. Only sitting 1 right now for Team Calhoun. Looks like that blue one is third shot, fourth shot even. Right now, make her way to skip rocks here in the second end. For Everly, it's going to be a just a hit and roll. If you get it behind your yellow one, that's perfect. This will be the lefty in turn here. It's pretty close right now. They haven't touched it. And it will just hit on the nose, or maybe not, and they'll roll over, but still sitting 3 right now for Team Drexel. Now for Team Calhoun, you do have the hammer, so it's definitely worthwhile to play around that blue one. If you wanted to, you could try to freeze into these yellow ones on the left. Just got to make sure if you do that, that you are sitting shot out of it, or else your deuce is gone. Well, they are going to play the come around here. Just behind their own, top 4, T-line. T-line, if you get on T-line, would be perfect. Then you'll either see Team Drexel run their own there on the top of the 12-foot in, or just play right to it and shrink that scoring area down. The sweeper saying it's a little up right now. Saying it's heavy, but it's getting close to that blue guard. I don't know what happened there for Team Calhoun. The weight looked great, but they didn't sweep it for line. Maybe a little miscommunication. Maybe because the sweepers did say it was heavy. Nave was going to play for the tap, but it just didn't curl up for him. But if they were on that one, they would have had a very nice shot. But it leaves, looks like a double here for Everly and a chance to sit 5 without the hammer. So you want to hit that rock that's biting the 8-foot there, kind of on the high side of it, or else it could hit your yellow one. But if you do have enough weight, it shouldn't matter if you make contact with it. As long as you split out of the 8-foot here, you'd be pretty happy. Maybe they are just playing the single hit here. It does look like the double will jam. Gotta get by their yellow one first. And they'll just hit that one on the nose. So it looks like it's Team Drexel sitting 2 right now. It's the one on the side of the 8-foot, and looks like the one at the top of the 12 is out counting the blue one there, and this one on the left might be out counting it as well. It's hard to tell from this angle. I think the safe bet here is just to maybe play a tap or draw for your single. Just need full 8-foot. Now I think this blue one's out counting. This is the yellow one over here. So it's a draw against 1 for sure. Could even be a draw against 3. We'll have to wait and find out. Hopefully Team Calhoun can make this one here. It's last rock and end number 2. It's a draw for 1. Draw, tap. Just needs full 8-foot. The sweepers are saying it's a little more. They're gonna, it's like plan B here, play the tap. And they will tap that blue one for a shot stone. So it'll be a score of 1 for Team Calhoun here in end number 2. They'll trail by 1 point without the hammer, head into end number 3 here in Vernon at the Rick Cotter Memorial. Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club, draw number 1 here at the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Speedway. Jordan Kiss with you. A score of 1 for Team Calhoun in end number 2. Team Drexel will have the hammer. It's the second event, excuse me, the third event here on the BC Junior Curling Tour this season, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. Yes. That rock will come to rest just off the center line here. Looks like we'll have a few more rocks in play. Playing the come around. Looks a little hot right now. And she'll throw this one through. Looks like it. Don't want to assume anything right now, but it will go right past everything and through the house. So Naomi struggling with her draw weight here early, throwing a couple rocks through the house. Team Calhoun looks like we play the other center guard just over the hog line. Well, that guard is halfway. You could be tempted to play around it, but if you've seen anything from these first 2 is that Team Calhoun here is a fairly aggressive team. So they're going to throw the double center. So look at just get this one just over the hog line, but it's got a ways to curl as well. So they're going to bring this one a little deeper because it was a little heavy, but will come to rest on the other side of center. So there's 2 center guards up right now. They're partially staggered, but chance here for Team Drexel to play the come around. That one will come a little short as well. And now on to second rocks here, and the third end, Kate Hancock. Second for Team Calhoun. Gets to throw her first. Gonna come around all those guards here. Sit top button, top four. Sweepers don't want to touch this one, saying it's heavy. And this one will come to the back and sit in the back the 12 foot. Both teams kind of struggling with their draw weight early on. If you have most of them heavy, a couple light. Nobody's been able to find that medium right now. As Heather will go out and ask Tanis for appeal. Definitely is tempted to come around those guards, but you do have Hammer. Want to keep things open, keep things simple. So 2 rocks will be out of play, but they still will leave 2 guards up. I wouldn't say you accomplished much on that shot, but but now you're doing that, you know, there is more room in the 4 foot to draw on both sides. Kind of the way it was beforehand, the 4 foot was blocked off quite nicely. So open things up a little bit here for Team Drexel. We have another chance for Team Calhoun to play the come around. Sweeper's working hard on this one and trying to get it by, and they will. They'll want to get it in the house, and they'll come up light. A nice line of guards there. But up with the hammer, Heather's going to ask Tanis for the peel again. If you're down in this situation, I would definitely play the come around draw. It's 3 staggered guards. Lots of 4 foot to draw to there on the left side. So just take the top off, but they will roll over for a corner. Your Team Calhoun still sitting 1 right now without the hammer. And still 2 guards up, so you could play the come around draw one more time, which you definitely should. I wouldn't recommend doing anything else here. Now play the come around draw, and if you can make it, you're going to have Team Drexel on their heels right now. As we're on to third rocks. This one will come up and rack on their blue one. We'll knock it behind the ground, but we'll leave another one up there. So still usable rock right now for Team Calhoun. It's still a double peel chance for Team Drexel. The only way to make the double peel is to hit this top rock over here. If you do it the other way, it's gonna, this rock will most likely jam into that one, so. Like half a rock here and should do the trick. As Heather Drexel heads down to throw her first rock here in end number 3. Get the one, and they will jam it on the back, and it still will hang in, but they will leave the center guard. But luckily for Team Drexel, it's their own rocks. They can use that to run in, and it's not staggering anything, so it's just one rock. So, but for Team Calhoun, still another opportunity at the come-around draw. And again, they'll come up light and they will hit. But now a chance to draw around a semi-corner guard for Team Drexel. It's the only way in the house right now. But she's looking at a peel here. I think those rocks could help you for Team Drexel if you've, you know, Team Calhoun's been struggling with the draw in their line here in this third end. I'd be tempted to get one in there and really put the pressure on Maeve to make a shot to bail our team out of this one. A very defensive call here for Team Drexel. It's the way they've played this end, lots of peels. I'd honestly be tempted to play the come around draw. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. And if you make it top 4, it's gonna be tough for Team Calhoun to be able to sit one and possibly steal. So there is just a single peel, I assume, maybe 2 here for Team Drexel. And they'll hit the 1 and they'll roll that blue one to the middle. And they'll leave the blue guard up. And again for Team Calhoun, already lost count how many times now they've been able to play this come around draw. It's still there, come around your blue. That's the shot. Now they're gonna like to play around these ones on the right here. Now you do that, you sit top 4, you're gonna leave Team Drexel with a chance to, corner freeze it and sit short rock. Even come around this blue one here, they could still do that. If you're Team Calhoun, you can place it right there. Team Drexel's gonna have to play a run back on this blue or something. Now there's no draw to the button. And you really shrink that scoring areas down. Notice you put the blue rock over here. There's still room for Team Drexel to draw in this way, or again, even come in corner freeze on that one. They will get by. Now, where would this stop? And we'll come to the rest of the back, the 8 foot. But for Team Drexel here, they're going to play around this blue one. I like this one here. You play the come around here, and you can sit top button here. You're pretty much guaranteed one unless Maeve makes a nice run back on her last. Then you draw around those two on the right there. You give an out to the opposing team. Now, if you are Team Drexel, you could play the kind of that same shot, follow them down, because you do have backing there. So if you are heavy, you could use that to sit. But making this one sets you up better to possibly score 2 here. So Everly throws her first rock here in end number 3. And this one's all over the blue guy right now. You're going to tap this one up. And they will tap it behind the corner. They'll make Team Calhoun shot for them. So sitting 3 without the hammer for Team Calhoun. So they're going to like to go top 12, kind of plug up that center area. You see Team Drexel play the wide draw on the left side to the good chunk of the floor. Now, if I were Team Calhoun, I'd like to play right down to your own blue one here. Because it does, kind of the same job. In a way, it puts a little more pressure on Everly in her last one. Now, plugging up the hole here, you do force Team Drexel to go a little wider. But you do have a good opportunity to really sit nicely and set yourself up for a steal of a couple right now if you go right to it. But again, nothing wrong with this call here. So they are sitting 3, and you're going to see Everly here. I almost think the tap's the easier shot right now. I think it's easier to get the get the amount of 4 foot you need. And you just played it too, even though it wasn't intentional. You just played the top on your last one. So it's the last rock here in end number 3. Everly Royer. Fourth for Team Drexel. Draw against 3 right now. Needs a good piece of the 4 for her single. Good piece of 8 to cut them down to 1. They're on it right away. They are playing the tap here. But they got to go on it right now for line. Can't over curl. At least try to cut them down now. And they will tap, and they will get it to the 8 foot. And looks like it'll be a steal of 2 for Team Calhoun in end number 3. And they'll take the 3-2 lead here in Vernon as we head to the 4th end. And that will come right up for you right after this.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight, you gotta see this. Look, 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 look.
Shh, I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
It's the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spiel here in Vernon, BC, part of the BC Junior Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance, where Curl BC members can benefit from a discount on car, home, condo, and tenant insurance, on top of any other savings, discounts, and benefits you are already eligible for. So when you do call Bel Air Direct, be sure to mention to them that you are a Curl BC member to receive your exclusive premium. It is a 3-2 game for Team Calhoun as we get set in the fourth end. They stole 2 in end number 3. Jordan Kiss here with you as that rock will be a corner guard. So looking to bring this one top 8. Team Calhoun gave you a gift on their first by giving you a corner guard. This one will slide and will come to the back of the 8-foot. So a little better for Naomi there, who's been throwing a couple of her draws heavy here early on. So it is an improvement, but it is back 4 and it's something for Team Calhoun to freeze on. Run updates over on sheet 1. Team Taylor in women's action and Team Sophie Brissett are tied at 1 as they play 4. Over on sheet 2, Team Carpenter versus Team Ballard. They have blanked the first 3 ends. And looks like they're on pace to blank the 4th end as well. Super exciting game over on sheet 2. Over on sheet 3, Team Caldwell has a 6-0 lead. Excuse me, over on sheet 4. So it's Caldwell taking on Team Lowry. And over on sheet 5 between Team Guidus and Team Richards, looks like they blanked the first 3 ends. They are through 4. No score update there in the 4th end, so I want to assume they blanked that one because they flew by. And over on sheet 6, it's Team Palinik against Team Blazer. Palinik has a 4-0 lead as they play the 4th end. As Team Drexel right now is sitting 2 with the hammer. Over on sheet 7, Elizabeth Bowles holds a 1-0 lead over Team Hafley. And over on sheet 8, Team Tripp holds a 3-1 lead over Team Gabby Brissett. This is our first of 2 draws here on this Friday in Vernon. Our next draw will be at 8:30. It'll be a Team Boucher versus the winner of Team Bowles. And I just forgot who they're playing for a second. It's been a long day, folks. So it'll be Team Boucher taking on the winner of a Team Bowles or Team Hafley. That's coming up at 8:30 right here on sheet 3. The winner of this game here will face either Team Guidus or Team Richard later on tonight. There's a double header on the women's side. 6 teams, 6 out of the 13 will make the playoffs. Top 2 teams will receive a bye to the semifinals. Most of our feature matchups here this weekend are are on the women's side. I believe all of them except for the finals. We'll be showing the men's finals. I can tell you that's a 100% go. Other than that, I believe every other game we're going to be doing here this weekend is going to be women's action here. Unless I read the draw wrong, some things could change. But it is Team Drexel right now, sitting one at the back of the forefoot. And this one from Kate looks a little heavier right now. If it could curl up, it would be quite nice. And it will go by everything here. But a chance to play a hit and roll right now for Team Drexel and a sit 3 with the hammer. And you will leave a double no matter where this one rolls. The only way you won't leave a double is to roll out, but you don't want to do that. Down is short. Everly now trying to make it curl as it's gonna hit their own out, and been a rough go at it for Team Drexel here early on, and right now for Team Calhoun a chance to eliminate this yellow one and the sit second and really limit the chance of Team Drexel getting a 2 here. And then number 4, it looks like they're set up pretty nicely for a bit there, but things can change just like that here in curling. Yellow will be removed, and where will this one end up here? Everly working hard on it, and she will get it out of the ring. So looks like we're on our way to a blank here in end number 4. Now there will be a 5-minute 4th end break once this end completes. Heather will make her way down through her first rock here in end number 4. Almost halfway through this one. Looks like it's hard to stick right now, and it looks like it will hang around and bite the 8-foot there on the right side. Especially when when it's open here, super important to stick. You want to make the other team throw a shot. You don't want to give them a freebie. So you want to force the other team, to make a shot. So. Always a good thing to stick around. Of course, the goal in every hit, just remove the rock you're trying to hit. That's usually the main goal. To do that, you'll call a shot a success in some sort of fashion. As the hit and the roll is made, and we'll come to the back the 12th end. Just be a nose hit here for Heather. We are inside the Vernon Curling Club Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spiel. I'm Jordan Kiss with you. A 3-2 game right now for Team Calhoun over Team Drexel. Team Calhoun stealing 2 in end number 3. Heather Drexel throwing the 3rd rocks, calling the game. Running out of her hand again here. So you want to keep it off the center line. Not a lot of rings to stick around here, and they will hit, but they will roll out. So it's an open draw here for Maeve Calhoun. Put it in the rings. That's goal number 1 here. You'd be happy with that, but in this situation, you have a free draw. You want to, you're happy putting it in the rings, but you want to pick a spot and try to throw it to that spot. So sweeper's on this right away out of her hand. Needs to hit the paint. Don't want to be short. That's the one place you don't want to, or else you're gonna leave a guard for Team Drexel to draw behind. Bring it as far as you can here. And it will come to the top of the 8 foot. Maeve seems to have her top 8 weight down so far in this one. So Everly will head down, just hit on the nose. So they're going to play inside out here, come across the center line. And they should stick here, and Naomi will bring that over as far as they can. A nice shot there from Everly. So again, open hit, important to stick if you can. Try to roll towards the middle a bit, make that the roll out on a blank as long as possible. Need this one to curl right now. Needs to hit it. Needs to hit it, and they should, and they will. Now where will this blue end up? And it will hang in the rings there, back the 8 foot. So you'll see Everly here attempt the blank. Kind of almost the exact same line as the last one, just a little deeper in the house. So they know where to put the broom here. The last rock here in 4. Blank attempt for Team Drexel. Looks close, getting close to the middle. It should be fine here as Naomi will sweep it out, and the blank will be made by Everly. And Team Calhoun will hold the 3-2 lead as we're halfway through this one in Vernon. It's the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spia. We'll take a 5-minute break, then we'll return for the second half here between Team Calhoun and Team Drexel.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
And we are ready for second half action here in end number 5. It's the Rick Cotter Memorial Juniors Field, draw number 1 here. It's the women's action. Team Calhoun holds a 3-2 lead over Team Drexel. We are inside the Vernon Curling Club. I'm Jordan Kiss with you, as Team Calhoun will lead us off after the blank in the 4th end. Caitlin Garrett, the lead for Team Calhoun, as this one is over curling. And will be a corner guard, so a nice rock for Team Drexel there. And they're gonna come around, saw this into the last end. It did lead to a blank. Team Drexel, a kind of new team. Team Drexel really the new member to the other 3 girls. Everly skipped last year, played with Tanis and Naomi. Heather Drexel last year playing with Elizabeth Bowles, Haley Farquhar, and Haley Dubois. Heather did qualify for provincials with that team. They unfortunately finished a disappointing 0-7, while Everly and her team last year failed to qualify for provincials. So both teams looking to improve upon last season. That rock will come to rest just short of the house. 5 rock rule, can't hit it yet. So that rock was heavy, and this blue rock can't go on. They'll try to get it into no man's land over here. Nice kind of tick shot there from Naomi. Not ready to call, but a nice result. So the other one is sitting shot stone. I hit this open one if I'm Team Calhoun. You don't want to play around behind the corner guard without hammer, especially this early in the end. Hit the open one, stick in the house. Don't have to play the roll here. He knows it's just fine. Both these teams love playing this inside-out shot for their hits. I believe they're getting maybe a little more curl out of it. A little easier to read. And it's just a matter of preference. You could throw the outside in shot like Team Drexel is here. Now is where you want to roll. Try to sit behind the corner guard. Let's see, it needs to do some moving here at the end. And it will hit right on the nose. sheet 2. We finally have some points on the board. Team Carpenter and Team Ballard. They blanked the first 4 ends, and Brandon Carpenter was going for another blank there, but he stuck it. So his team will hold a 1-0 lead through 5 ends, and some thrilling action over on sheet 2. And Team Calhoun is hit on the nose by Kate Hancock. And now for Team Drexel, can't hit on the nose here and be in the ring, so you need to try for the roll. Gotta out count that blue one on the back right here in the 12. Don't want to forget about that one if you're Team Drexel. They will roll in, and it does look like that blue one is still shot stone. So now for Team Calhoun, the yellow one is second, but you do want to hit it because it's still a very usable rock for Team Drexel. If you come around for Team Calhoun, Team Drexel can run that yellow one in. Ideally, I think the call here is to hit and roll towards the middle. You don't want to sit nose. That way you're leaving another corner guard for Team Drexel. But it is short for Team Calhoun, so they could use it to run in, but you want to bring play back towards the middle without the hammer. And this one looks like it's going to roll out. We'll see if this yellow one can come out of play, and they'll knock it in towards the middle. So we'll knock it to the 8-foot, but luckily for Team Calhoun, it's not behind the corner guard. So for Team Drexel here, looks like they might be coming around their own here. You got a couple options. You could, I like trying to split here. Tap that yellow one up there behind the corner and roll open. You split your rocks in the process as well. Getting one buried behind the corner guard. Your nose tap here, draw around. But both of those will leave Team Calhoun with a chance at a double. So working hard on this one right off the line. It looks pretty good here from Heather. A little light. Want to bounce off if you can. And it'll slide just skinny it, but looks like there is a double chance for Team Calhoun here. We'll take a look at it. You can definitely see all the rock on the left, and if you can get to the inside of it, both should go. They need to throw a lot away, though. I haven't really seen much of Team Calhoun. This is actually my first time really watching them in person. I don't know if they can throw that weight yet. Still a young team, this Team Calhoun is. I think mostly putting their focus towards U18s this year. Well, this is looking pretty good. And then they'll hit the one, and they will move the yellow one, and will it go out? And it will. A lovely shot from Nave Calhoun. So sitting 2 right now. Just prove me wrong on that one. That's what I like to see. So still a chance to hit and roll if you're Team Drexel right now. A chance to go behind the corner guard. You can still sit shot stone. And they're getting set to throw her last stone here in end number 5. So you can see most of that. Looks like it's edge on edge. If throw enough weight, it could easily come around the corner. This one's looking pretty nice, so they can get off it right now. Trying to get some late curl out of it, and they will slightly roll in. They are sitting 1 right now with the hammer. This is part of the BC Junior Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. Event number 3. It started in New West at the Anita Cochran Memorial, where Sarah Daniels took that one, become a 5-time champion of that event. And last weekend in Golden Years, Team Taylor winning on the women's side. Event number 3 of 5. The next one will be the first weekend in November in Kamloops, the inaugural Junior Tour event there. And then on the Remembrance Day long weekend, it will be the Optimist Junior Spiel in Esquimalt over on the island to wrap up the Junior Tour season. Of course, points up for grab. Top team, I believe, on the Junior Tour, both men's and women's, will receive an automatic berth in provincials. That rock just ticks the yellow one. Junior provincials will be in Victoria this year. Taking place the end of December, beginning of January through New Year's, like they usually are. Of course, now halfway through October, it's getting close to playdown season. Of course, then in November, junior playdowns will get underway across the province. So results in these spiels are super important. Want to get those points to save yourselves from going through that rigorous playdown process. There's 8 spots up for grabs on the provincials, men's and women's. And a chance to be the home team this year at the Canadian Juniors, which will be held in Langley. So lots on the line for these junior teams here in the province. So this rock from Everly was looking quite nice. Still needs some curling to do here at the end. Janice trying to finish it up here, and will come to rest just the top of the 8-foot, but it is wide open. You do leave Team Calhoun and Maeve with a chance to play the hit and roll and, hopefully force Team Drexel to a single point here in 5. You can see wide open, lots of room to roll. Not really worried about that yellow one on the left unless you come directly behind it. If you roll behind the corner and the yellow one's not going to really be a useful rock for Team Drexel, you probably just see them draw for their 1. But you got to make this shot first for them to do that. You have Calhoun in the house. And she will hit and she will roll. Nice shot from Maeve, as you can see. Looks like it should be totally buried, and for Everly being a left-hander, this is going to be a little more of a difficult shot here. Because being a lefty, she starts in the hack on the right side of the sheet, so it kind of takes away some of the viewing of that one on the house. If she was right-handed here, then I think it would definitely be a super makeable shot. You can easily come around. Of course, you'd be throwing the in turn, which is usually your more curly turn. Your out turn is, most of the time, your straighter turn. But she's going to come right down the center line here and try to hit it out and score 2. Not an easy shot again. This camera angle not doing it any justice. That is a buried blue rock here. But it's definitely makeable. That guard is high enough. Lots of room. Just got to get by that blue guard. And you'll score your 2. Sweeper's on it right now. They've stepped off. It's going to be close. Another Drexel on the line call, making a curl. This looks really nice. Now, is the weight there? Heather will sweep the blue one out, and she will. A wonderful shot from Everly Royer, and Team Drexel will take their 2 here in end number 5. They'll hold a 4-3 lead heading to the 6th end here in Vernon. It's the Rick Cotter Memorial Jr.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You got to see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
A lovely shot from Everly in end number 5 to get her team back on the board. A score of 2 in end number 5. They hold the 4-3 lead. Team Drexel does. Team Calhoun will have the hammer here in end number 6. It is the BC Junior Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, where Curl BC members can use this corporate ID code. Write this down if you haven't already, if you've been listening to all of our broadcasts. 0150-4820. Use that code when you book a room in any Best Western. You can receive discounted rates up to 19%. You can do this online or by calling Best Western directly at 1-800-WESTERN. Use it the next time you're on your road trip for your next bonspiel or even just a summer vacation. You can use it any time. So use that code. Save money with Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. And I'm Jordan Kiss with you inside the Vernon Curling Club. It's draw number 1. Game number 1 of 8 we'll have for you here this weekend. 2 draws today, 4 draws tomorrow, and 2 more on Sunday. Our next game will be at 8:30. Team Bushi versus Team Bowles or Team Halfley. I believe Team Bowles is still up in that one. Team Bowles does have the 2-1 lead in the 4th end. They are playing 5. Well, it looks like Bowles is up 4-1 possibly. Scoreboard over on sheet 7 is kind of being blocked by some pillars down the middle of the ice there, but we'll assume it's 4-1 for Bowles right now in end number 5. Of course, the winner of this one will face either Team Gaidas or Team Richards. And Team Richards holds a 2-0 lead as they play 5. Play 7, I believe. Only 1 end of points on the board in that one. It's 2-0. That's 2 was scored in end number 5 by Team Richards. So lots of blank ends in that one. Oh, they just started end number 5, so they haven't put up the score for 6, so we'll give you a quick update as soon as that becomes available. This rock will come to rest there on the center line. And Team Drexel, you could throw the center guard up, even come to your own, sit right on top. Anything but heavy is a good result here for Team Drexel. All with the line as well, don't want to overcurl, and they're going to bring this one in here. Starting to move towards the blue, but they should get it by, but they won't. Will nick up, but will still sit in front, so a nice shot there from Tanis. Team Calhoun maybe play a peel here. You can't hit that yellow rock now. 5 rocks have been thrown here in net number 6. Kate Hancock. Will make contact with the yellow, and they will spill the blue, and it will go out, but they will leave that yellow one buried. And a chance to put a double center guard up on that yellow one there. It's a nice spot for Team Drexel where that yellow one is without the hammer. Don't want to come in. It's too easy to possibly set up a double for Team Calhoun. So I like the center guard here. Plug it up. Most likely see them peel. Want this on the center line. Needs to curl a mile right now. Everly trying to do that. And it will under curl a little bit. But a straight run here for Team Calhoun. So right on the nose will do the trick. If you get a little to the inside of nose or on the left side, you can roll it behind that corner guard would be great too. But nose, you're still behind your own rock. It's looking close. Did they wait too long on it? It's going to be a nice shot from Kate Hancock, but it'll just spill open. But a good job there. Does remove the yellow out of the forefoot. Exactly what you wanted to do on that shot. But a chance for Team Drexel to roll behind some guards. You couldn't roll behind the other one right now. You roll behind your own, you leave Team Calhoun with probably a shot through the hole here, maybe tap it out or sit on top of it. And you roll behind the blue, Calhoun can play the same run back. But you want to hit and stick here and don't leave Calhoun for a free draw. But this one's starting to move on them. It's diving towards the middle. I gotta get a piece of it, and they will. But it will roll out. And for Team Calhoun, a come around their own here. And Calhoun. Top 4, top 8's where you want it. Line looks nice. Just got to get it there. Sweeper's working hard on it. And we'll come to the top of the 12-foot. Heather will head down for her last rock here, net number 6. Nose hit's good. I like your nose hit. You keep it short. You able to use this rock as a very accessible rock to run or tap in later on. You could kind of control the front of the house, and Team Calhoun will have a long come around draw, kind of around that yellow guard. You can go either way at it. This one's going to hang out and will roll open. Roll out of play, actually. So Team Calhoun, another chance to play the come around draw. Hasn't been the easiest shot for them this game. We saw them, I believe, in end number 3. They struggled, had numerous opportunities to come around and bury, but they couldn't. But they did end up sealing 2 in that end. So maybe it was all according to plan. You never know. These kids are clever. These junior curlers get smarter and smarter every year. A lot more line on this one, but looks light. And it is. So we'll leave a partially staggered, kind of couple center guards there. And Team Drexel. They're going to play around their yellow one here. You want this one top 8. You don't want to be, you know, that guard's so high. Your top 4 foot, it's a pretty accessible rock for Team Calhoun to come in with maybe back line weight, hack weight, and tap it out. You know, it is tempting even to maybe think about coming around those blues. They're partially staggered. You make it, you're going to force Team Calhoun to play a run back. Or if they miss it, you could put another one right in there. Then they're going to be drawn against 2. Line looks good here. And top 8. Tanis working hard to make it curl. Weight looks really nice here from Ev. And it will sit there in the top of the 4 foot. Really finer the game here in the second half. But looks like there should be enough room here for Maeve to play soft weight at it. That guard is definitely high enough. It's worth a shot. You don't even have to see any of it to do. You can still make. You're skinny by that yellow one. You're going to make that all day. You can eat just as easily come to nose of this yellow rock. I think the way with the way they throw, they've been getting some nice light finish to their rocks. And even if you hit either the blue one or the yellow one, you open it up, you make it more accessible. Ideally, you probably like to hit the yellow one here if you're going to miss. But you hit that blue one, you could tap it in and maybe help yourself to maybe a possible 2 on your last shot. But it's through the hole here. It's a pretty big port. So First skip rock here from Maeve Calhoun and end number 6. This is close here. You gotta make sure they buy their yellow, and they will. Well, skinny the blue, and they will hit. Now, where will this roll? It will roll open, but a nice shot there from Maeve Calhoun. Removing the yellow, and Team Drexel, let's play a hit and roll buried and force Team Calhoun for a draw for the 1. So, just roll behind these 2 blues. No need to roll all the way behind that yellow one. If you roll back 4 behind that yellow one, you just make kind of, the same shot easier for Team Calhoun. So now they got a little longer distance to work with, so we can get a little more curl out of it at the end. So hit and roll behind the blues is where you want this if you're Team Drexel. Last rock for Everly here in end number 6. Oh, they're on it right now. Looking good, and they will roll, and it will roll on the 4-foot. Another nice shot from Everly. I don't think Team Calhoun can, well, they definitely won't be able to hit that yellow one out right now. That is over buried coming from the right hack. I guess technically the left hack, but for the right-handed person. Now, if, say, Everly was throwing the shot because she is a left-hander, she might be able to see enough of that yellow to possibly peel it out, because it is on her side of the sheet, but for Maeve, she's going all the way across, so it's a draw to the 4-foot. Now they're playing the wide, going really wide with this one. You don't have to come this way if you're Team Calhoun. You go this way because you have that yellow to sit on. But where that yellow is, if you're heavy, you're going right by that yellow one. So the yellow one isn't really backing for your team right now. So they're actually playing the harder shot of the 2 draws. The easier draw, because she's coming down from this side. The easier draw is actually down here to the 4-foot. That's the easier draw right now for Team Calhoun. This is a much more difficult shot, but still makeable. I just got a curl for her right now. And it won't come up enough, a little heavy, and it will be a steal of 1 for Team Drexel here in 6. They'll take the 5-3 lead heading into end number 7. It's the Rick Cotter Memorial Jr. here in Vernon. We are inside the Vernon Curling Club, and number 7 about to get underway here. Team Drexel with a 2-point lead over Team Calhoun, who will have the hammer here in 7. After giving up a steal of 1 and 6. Jordan Kiss with you. It is the event number 3 on the BC Junior Curling Tour this year, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. So that rock from Naomi will come to the back to the 4-foot, and for Team Calhoun, a corner guard here. Team Calhoun, You need to score in this end. You want to. 2 is what you want here. If you can get 3, great. But 2 is what you want. Come tied without. No. You score here. You only score your 1 here. Down 1 without. It's still a good chance of, stealing to win, or maybe still at least to force an extra. They're going to steal again in the extra. But if you give up a point here, it's going to be pretty tough. Down 3 with hammer. Not ideal, so important to at least get something on the board right now. It's Caitlin Garrett with a nice corner guard. And team final, men's side, Team Cowell did defeat Team Lowry, and so the hometown team will go to 1-0 and win their first one. So Heather asking Naomi just to put this one right on top of the button. Want to be above the tee line. The rocks behind the tee line are very useful right now for Team Calhoun, as that will bump. Caitlin taking her time in the hack here. Gonna set to throw her last here in 7. Update over on sheet 5 between Team Guidus and Team Richards. Team Guidus did score 1 and 6 to trail 2-1, but Richards with a score of 2 and 7. They'll have a 4-1 lead heading into the last end. Of course, the winner of that game will play the winner of our feature game here on sheet 3. So Guidus down 3 with the hammer coming home. So that rock from Kaylin will come to the top of the 12-foot. Because it is in. Tanis can play the hit on it. Will hit and will stick around in the 12-foot. So now sitting 3 without the hammer. So Team Calhoun now just going to ignore using their corner guard and come freeze this yellow one behind the tee line. No, you are facing 3 right now, and there are 2 yellow rocks, but you are behind the tee line, so I wouldn't be too worried about sitting there right now for Team Calhoun. You draw around the corner guard. Team Drexel will most likely peel, and then you throw up a few more corner guards, and you'll eventually have a chance to sit 2 later on in the end. So this one will bump and sit open. A chance now for Team Drexel to, just hit it. Rolling in behind your own. I think just roll the right side of the button here. Don't want to roll all the way behind your yellow one that's on the top 12-foot. You could leave lots of room for a Team Calhoun to play the freeze. They will hit and they will roll behind their own. But it does leave the freeze here for Team Calhoun. these teams still have their 2 90-second timeouts, so all 4 could be called in a matter of 4 shots here as this one comes down to the wire. This one is over curling, and it will tap the yellow up. We'll tap it right on the nose, and we'll tap it to the top of the 8-foot. So right now, Team Drexel sitting 3, mostly buried. So you can put it in the hole here. Now, if you make this great. If you can come in and sit top of the 4-foot in this area, you're really going to be making it a difficult time for Team Calhoun. Because right now, all they're going to have is a run back on their blue. Chance to get a couple of these yellows moving. Even if you corner freeze that blue one if you're Team Drexel. As Heather's gonna elect to go the other way here. Was gonna come with the other turn, but changes her mind in the hack. And you corner freeze. There's no draw towards the middle. You do block that blue run. Team Calhoun is probably gonna play ahead on it. But good position right now for Team Drexel. So needs to sit down right now, and it will. Now it is a little high, and looks like there is a port there. So you know Team Calhoun could use that to draw if you're tighter. That draw's not there if you're tighter. But they're going to play the run back here. Now this is almost a must-make shot as we're on the first of the third stones for Team Calhoun. If you miss this, Drexel puts up another guard on the Team Calhoun's running in yellow rocks, which is something Team Drexel wouldn't mind them doing. As a nice shot there from Nave Calhoun now leaves yellow sitting 1, and their blue rock is sitting 2nd at the top of the 8-foot, buried. That is a great shot. It makes a little more breathing room right now for Team Calhoun. So just gonna guard their own here. Not much else you can do right now if you're Team Drexel. You play the come around, you risk leaving a double. If you're really gutsy, you can try to draw right here, and that'd be nice, but you're just trying to protect your single right now. You don't have the hammer. This one's coming in deep. You don't want to bounce off. Don't want to bounce, and they will. So it does leave Team Calhoun with a double. Chance to sit 2 with the hammer. See the whole thing there. You can hit it outer side. You can maybe even make a triple out of it, but you don't need to make a triple here. Sweepers have been on and off it all way. It's yet 1, and they will stick it, but they will leave their blue one at the top of the 12. A very useful rock for Team Calhoun, a dangerous rock for Team Drexel. And this guard needs to be good right now. So guard the blue one. You know, in this area is what you want. You're not worried about this blue one out here. It's a lot more difficult to run that in and even stick. They can still run it in and pick it out, but it's super difficult to hit and stick that one in. But I think Team Calhoun, that's a worst case shot right now. So we're now on to skip rocks here in 7. Team Calhoun with the hammer sitting second and third. Team Drexel sitting shot rock, and Evely Royer will play the guard. Now this one needs to curl for them. Needs to curl. Tanis getting every amount of curl she can out of this rock. And that should do the job. We'll take a look at it from this camera here. Looks like there still could be a hole. You know, if you throw soft weight, because you have to get at least to like the nose of that blue one. So you have to throw, you know, hack to back line, but I don't know if there's enough room through that hole to throw that kind of weight. So they are going to call their first timeout here. Team Calhoun needs to score here in 7. Of course, there is, like I said, there is room through that hole, but you can't throw big weight at it, which I think is the only way you're going to be able to get through that. It's super difficult to show the hack weight, back line weight you need to make this shot and get it through that port. Now from the camera, that hole does look a little smaller. If you look at it from where I am, kind of right behind sheet 3 here, there's the hole's a little bigger from, you know, with your own 2 eyes. It's still there, but it's not an easy shot. That blue one's like edge on edge of that yellow one. Now you could try to peel here and hope Team Drexel misses the guard. I think, you know, you make a play on it. You know, if you peel, that's fine. Even if you take off that blue one at the 12, then you open up that yellow one, but Team Drexel will place, you know, the guard right back in the hole. And they're going to go for it here. Honestly, I think this is the only thing you can do. You know, the only other option I see is this long come around, but I think you try to play that one on your last one if you have to. So through the hole. Try to get to a little bit of the inside of this blue one here. If you get to nose, that's great. At least get rid of this yellow one. Don't have to stick your blue. Get rid of this yellow one. That's the goal with this shot. And you're still sitting 1 buried. So Maeve Calhoun now her first rock here in 7. It's a big one. Just need this one to curl, and it will hit the yellow guard. It will open up that center blue one. You could see Team Drexel play the hit on it. you can hit and roll on the inside, it's a draw to the button for 1. So you gotta be careful not to jam here if you're Team Drexel. That's the absolute worst thing that could happen right now. So nose is okay. Well, if you hit nose, you do leave the double for 2. So you want to try to get a little bit of inside roll here, and you force it to 1. Everly now in the hack and set to throw her last, and then number 7, Team Drexel up by 2 without the hammer. Now they're on it. Want to stick, and they will kiss the blue, and they will lock on their own here. Wonderful result for Team Drexel. Now I think Team Calhoun, I don't know if this is there for 2. You have to throw a lot of weight at this, and you have to hit that one very thin. This is it's a shot for 1. You could, do this for 1. You could draw for your 1, but you also, you know what? Maeve could prove me wrong here and get 2 out of this. So last rock here in 7. This is a huge shot from Maeve Calhoun. And they'll get 1, and they will end up with 1 here. They're on that 1. They probably get 2, but it is a score of 1 for Team Calhoun here in 7. They will trail by 1 going into the 8th, and the last end coming up here in Vernon. It's the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spiel. Don't want to miss it coming up right after this. Jordan Kiss with you inside the Vernon Curling Club. It's 8th end here, the final end between Team Calhoun and Team Drexel, unless there is an extra end. An extra end will be played if needed. Team Drexel with the hammer. Team Calhoun a single in a 7. Now trails by 1. It's the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spiel, draw number 1. Now the winner of this game here on our feature sheet will play Team Richards, who defeated Team Gaddis. And our feature matchup coming up at 8:30 will be Team Bushi versus either Team Bowles or Team Halfley. And Team Halfley holds a 6-5 lead as they play end number 8. Elizabeth Bowles will have the hammer. So that guard comes up a little wide and a little short. But guard's a guard in this situation. Team Calhoun will take whatever they can get. They're going to play around this very long corner guard, and It's going to overcurl and be heavy. So it will come to the back of the 12-foot. Over on sheet 2 next to us, they're in the 8th end. It is a 1-0 game. They have blanked 6 ends between Team Ballard and Team Carpenter. And the only reason why Team Carpenter got one was because they nosed a blank opportunity. Oh, actually, I might be wrong there. They technically haven't put up a score in end number 7. So they play 8. I don't think they blanked 7 because they did have a bunch of rocks in play. So as soon as they put the score up over there on sheet 2, I'll let you know what's going on. That is a thriller right now here on our feature sheet, sheet 3. And a nice guard there from Caitlin right on the center line. And looks like they're going to try the tick here. And this one's a little wide. Weight was pretty close. And we'll go by everything. So doors open here for Team Calhoun. You could throw one more center guard. They will elect to play the come around. And it would be tempting to throw another center guard here. I think I would. You can throw one tight to the rings or just over the hog line. Team Drexel hasn't really shown that they can make a double peel so far in this one, so I think let them try. If they make it, good on them. But maybe wait a little longer to maybe play into the house. Of course, with this age group, lots of these skips they're still learning the strategy here in the 8th end. And again, this is not a wrong call. That's just my personal opinion there. And that will come to top 12. That's a good spot because it's still high. You can still come around it. You can still throw another guard on top of it. And I believe it is shot stone too. So peel here from Tanis. Now clean this one down, and the peel will be made. A lovely shot. Perfectly executed. So update over on sheet 2 was a score of 1 for Team Ballard and then number 7. So Team Carpenter and Team Ballard are tied at 1 as they play the 8th end. Team Carpenter will have the hammer as they are on 3rd rocks. Team Calhoun. I would play another center guard here, and they are going to call a timeout. I was fortunately looking at this scoreboard over on sheet 2, so I didn't see what Maeve was going to call, but it looked like she was maybe going to call a tap or something. But no, you should play the center guard here. It's too early to bring, rocks into the rings right now. So they'll call their second of 2 90-second timeouts. So their coach, Lori Olson, will come out to talk to him. Team Drexel, coached by Ken Britz and Ken Kraus. It is the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spiel. Jordan Kiss with you inside the Vernon Curling Club, end number 8. Drexel with a 5-4 lead with the hammer, and it's a very quick chat. So they're going to play the center guard here, which is the right call. No, you throw the center guards until skips first. Then you maybe play in. You maybe wait till your last rock to actually play in. Try to right now you're hoping for a missed peel right now if you're Team Calhoun. But they still have that rock top 12, which is shot rock, and still something they can draw behind. So that's still a useful rock. But you want another one there in the free guard zone that you can use. Kate Hancock, her last here in the 8th end. And we do have a final over on sheet 1, as it looks like Team Sophie Brissett defeated Team Taylor. So they bring the rocks down. So that center guard is made, and it is a little tight, so you could see Team Drexel play a double on these blues, but you just want to make sure you at least get the top off. Don't want to nose here. And they will do just that, just take the top off. So Team Calhoun, another center guard here, throw one, probably two more centers. As we're now on to third rocks here in the 8th end. Sister Nave now for Team Calhoun. This one's coming a little deep right now. Don't want to be deep. Don't want to set up a double, which you will. But it's not a bad spot, actually, because if Team Drexel does play the double on those blues, there's still you're going to have to nose it so that the yellow one will still be a usable guard for Team Calhoun. So I think right now, again, just take the top off. You can even try and, to hit this rock that Team Calhoun just threw very thin and try to hit both that way, and that way you'll spill up and out, but just as easy just to nose the one on the right as it is just to peel one off. So just make sure you get rid of one here. If you can get both, great. You kind of want to take away the stagger from here. This one's tight. We'll see what happens, and the blue will stick on the center line. But it does look like that yellow one is shot stone now. May have taken a look at it. Looks like she's saying that yellow one is shot stone. I'm not too worried about that right now. I'd throw one more center guard. Again, hope for a miss on the peel. Well, your goal right now is to score at least one. Maeve's signaling to go in here. Now I think they're going around this long corner guard. Almost in this area. I still like throwing that center one more time. You're going to see Drexel peel it. You want to... This one just needs to curl up for them right now. Looks like they're going to have to play a bump. Want to keep it straight. Get some separation, and they will tap it to the 4-foot, but it is open. It's not a terrible result. So they're just going to hit the open one here. If you can hit and just roll a little open to the right, just right in the 4-foot. You don't want to roll in for Team Drexel, because if you roll in, Team Calhoun has a run back. Then they'll be, if they make it, they sit one buried behind their own on the top of the 4. So even if you roll open to the 8-foot here, that's a good shot. And right now for Team Drexel, you want to keep that 4-foot open for a draw on your last one. Make sure you know you have a shot to win. Now they're on it right now, and they will just get by that blue one, and they'll stick it on the nose. That's a good spot, too, right now for Team Drexel. So for Team Calhoun, I don't think there's a roll there. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, that's a darn fine shot from Team Drexel there. That's pretty much perfect because Team Calhoun, they can't roll. If you exchange nose hits here, you're set for Team Drexel. It's looking quite nice right now. So I'd be tempted right now, honestly, just to play a soft weight tap for Team Calhoun. Just tap it on the nose, tap the yellow one back for you. You don't have to be shot stone on this shot, but you tap it back. You create create something to freeze to on your last one if you have to, or for Team Drexel, they could jam on it. But they will hit and they will roll open. They'll make both yellows go. Now I'd clear that one in the middle. Peel that off. They're going to call a timeout here. They're first. Really, honestly, the only call here is I think is to peel. You're up one with the hammer. You open up the front. You ignore that. Team Calhoun makes a great draw on their last one, then you're drawn to the pin for the win. You peel it off. Team Calhoun, all they're going to have is, a draw in this area behind the long guard. When it's not perfect, you're either going to have an open hit or a draw to the 4-foot for your W here. And we do have a final over on sheet 2 as Team Carpenter defeats Team Ballard in one of the lowest scoring games I have ever seen. That game would either be 2-1 or 3-1. I can't tell if Braden stuck his last rock. Didn't have to because he had a counter. But Team Carpenter will pick up the victory. Jonah Kiss with you inside the Vernon Curling Club. It's the draw number 1 of the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior. Part of the BC Junior Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. Team Drexel up 1 with the hammer. They're on a timeout right now, just talking things over of what to do. Again, you peel that one just short of the 12-foot. That's the rock that's going to cause you the most problems. And I assume that's what Coach Ken told him to do here. So Everly will head down to throw her first rock here in 8. So peel it off. Even if you roll to the wing, that's fine. If you guard that blue one, that's okay. Because you're not worried about that blue one if you're Team Drexel. Because that's in the 12-foot. That's easy enough to outdraw. You're not worried about that blue one way out there. Just clear the front right now. They're going to clean it out of her hand. Starting to move a little bit on. Looks pretty good here. Sweepers will lightly clean this one in, and they little miscommunication there. They shouldn't have been on that one because they left that yellow one up front. Looks like, I don't know, they seem so calm on that one. You know, they're on it the whole way there. It's a perfect shot. There's no guard to draw behind. Now Team Calhoun can draw around this yellow guard. Now they're drawing around the blue one. So you draw around the blue one. This really helps Team Drexel. Drawing that guard is so high, it's super difficult to hide behind it. You come in top of the 4-foot. You know, it's a pretty easy hack weight shot for Everly now to win this game. You have to, you know, come behind that yellow one. So it's a little different draw path, but you come behind it. You force Everly to make a very difficult run back against 2. Or a draw against 2 to the 4-foot for the win. I like coming around the yellow in this situation. I think that gives you the best chance to steal. And you force, you know, Everly to the harder shot. But this one's looking pretty nice for Maeve. And it will come to the top of the 8-foot. It is buried, and they're going to call their last time out here. As much as I didn't agree with that shot, it's still a pretty good result. You're sitting 2, which is the important thing, which is what you want. So you force Team Drexel to play a shot, you know, against a loss in some sense, right? You miss this shot, you know, you'll lose the game. So you could play, you know, a tap weight. Again, that guard is high enough. Everly made a shot similar to this in end number 5. You come around this way. Not that way exactly. That's better. No, it's not. This teleprompter is hard to draw on. But you come in that way, tap it, you know, hack weight. Again, like that guard's so high, it shouldn't be an issue, and that's where they're going to go for here. Even throw a board at this one. So needs to hit and needs to stick in, you know, 12-foot to win. So it's the last rock here in end number 8. Everly Royer with a chance to win it here for her team. Sands backline weight. Just need to get it by this guard right now. He's got to get it by. Sweeper's working hard, and they will get it by. And they will remove the blue stone. Everly with a fantastic shot to win this one for her team. Team Drexel will take this one 6-4. And what was an absolutely thrilling last end. So that'll be it for draw 1 here in Vernon. Our next game will be at 8:30. It'll be Team Bushi versus Team Bulls or Team Halfley, who are currently in an extra end over on sheet 7. Team Halfley will have the hammer, and unfortunately, due to where we're located and where they're located, we're not going to be able to bring you coverage of that game. To keep up on the line scores, please go to curlingzone.com. But it is a final here, a 6-4 for Team Drexel. And that'll be it for draw 1 here in Vernon. For myself, Jordan Kiss, thank you for watching. Again, we'll be back again at 8:30 for draw number 2 of the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Classic. So enjoy your dinner, and we'll talk to you again very shortly.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.